What's up, everybody? It's Tone Hart, and welcome to Guns and Butter.
That's what it's all about. Guns and butter, baby. You little dumb motherfuckers.
Got that wet, hit it from the back and made a neck crack. I hit it so good she let me fuck in front of. Yo, what's the deal?
What's going on?
It's Willie B. We here with a very special guest. We got Tone Hart in the building.
What's going on? What's going on?
What's good, man? How you feeling?
Oh, man, I'm blessed. You know me, man.
Yes, sir. Listen, I appreciate you for coming and blessing the platform with your presence.
Likewise, man.
You know, I know you could be anywhere in the world, but you right here with Guns and Butter, so
man,
we definitely appreciate that.
Oh, man, you know it's overdue, dog.
Yes, sir.
Man, it was way overdue.
Yes, sir. So we're gonna start from the beginning. You know, where are you from, first of all?
Originally, well, I'm from IE. Moved all around in IE, but San Bernardino's home. So I like to consider myself a hometown native, you know, because I spent like half of my life in Adino. So
okay, respect. You know, it's always IE love out here. You know, so growing up in the IE, San Bernardino area, how would you say growing up out here influenced you?
Heavily.
And even your music as well, because somebody, you know, off camera we've had conversations, and I know you of sorts, and you have a very positive message in your music,
right?
And this city of ours has a very negative connotation to it,
right?
So where do you get the notion of being so positive in such a negative place?
Man, I guess when you have so much like negative stuff happen to you in life and go on around you in life, it makes you want to see a better outlet. It makes you want to be positive. It makes you want to do right. Yeah, just seeing a struggle. You know, certain things that you don't want to feel anymore, and you know, and it takes a lot to be upset. You know what I mean? It takes a lot to be negative. It takes a lot of energy. It really don't take that much to be happy. So.
Okay. And some of those negative experiences in your life, do you care to share with us a little bit? Maybe something that happened when you were younger. You don't have to get into too much detail. You know, I'm not actually going to get too personal, but like, what are some things that you've experienced coming up, maybe that you've seen or you've been through in your own personal life?
Man, well, living out here in Adino, you see all kind of stuff. Seeing people get shot and stuff, and seeing people get robbed, me being robbed by gunpoint. Long story. But all kind of stuff. So I mean, it's a lot of like it's a lot I can like dissect from, but yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, but it's a lot of like crazy like tragedies and things that go on. So I mean, from what I've seen, it's hard to really go particularly with one thing because it's so much.
Yeah.
You know, bro. You know, it's so much that going out here. So it's like
it's most definitely one of those type of cities. I don't think we get a lot of positive news. So I definitely understand what you mean. It's always something bad coming about it. But thankfully, you know, we have people like yourself, you know, pushing a new wave, pushing a new image, especially towards the kids. Right. And like I was saying before, having previous conversation with you, you do a lot with the kids. Do you want to talk about that? Some of the things you do with the kids and some of your, you know.
Right on. Well, I partner up with a good friend of mine, Edwin Johnson. You know, shout out to him in Chords Youth. He has his program, and I have mine with the next generation, and we just come together, and we both just have this act for kids. We have this, you know. I mean, I have kids, you know, so having kids at home and seeing how certain things can really just influence them and impact them in big ways. I got a really big kick out of that. You know, it was like a high to me. You know, so it's like I'm pretty much what we do. We just want to show kids it's a better way to do things out here. So we're trying to just be positive as any way we can with it. So we're doing tours. I'm currently on a school tour. Like it's been crazy. Like it's been crazy. We're doing like 12 schools in like 1 month. And then next month I think we're doing like probably a good 10 schools. Some won't be the same schools, but we're trying to reach them, you know, especially in Adino. So today we did Pacific. Yesterday was day before it was like San G, and like a week ago we were at Purdue, and Del Vallejo a week after that. So it was like we're trying to touch bases in Adino and, you know, get our message across to these kids and get them involved. We're teaching them how to make music. We're teaching them how to
Oh wow.
read music, write music. We're teaching them how to make beats, DJ, engineer,
Wow.
shoot videos, take pictures. We're showing them how to do everything that comes with the craft.
Wow. And that's a beautiful thing.
Man,
I appreciate you for doing that,
Yeah.
because I'm not even out here. I'm not doing that. So somebody definitely has to do it. So
Man.
thank you. Thank you for doing that.
Man, you're welcome, my friend.
You were speaking about making beats and producing. Are there any other talents that you may have? First of all, what do you do? Because I like we said, I kind of know you, but for people that don't know exactly what you do, can you explain to people your talent pool? Everything that you do, and I mean everything, because I've seen you do a lot. So
Right. It's hard to put one thing. I'm a visionary. I like to consider myself a visionary. I see a vision, I go for it. So, I can make beats. I can write music. I can play drums. I can, what else? I definitely engineer. I'm really good at that. I engineer a lot of your songs. So, man, I engineer.
all of my first stuff, though,
Right.
all of my first stuff. So
Right.
yes, he's speaking
Man.
factually.
And so, and I produce a lot of people out here. Engineer a lot of people. I do a lot, bro. And then basically, like I said, I like to, I'm a great writer, and I consider myself, more greater in that aspect, in a subconscious and a conscious thing. I like to, everything is about a message with me and sending a message. So I like to really dive deep in that. It's more to me than just the music side. It's really what I'm saying on those beats and what are we putting out there to the public. So
yes, and if I can add a few things, I would like to say singer, rapper, motivational speaker. You know what I mean?
Man. The list goes on.
Definitely all of those things. I know it's hard to kind of up yourself.
Right.
But thankfully, we've worked together, so I've seen these things behind the scenes.
Right.
And I just want to say you are a multi-talented, creative, not even toot your own horn genius, pretty much.
Man, appreciate it.
Definitely. So this is, you're definitely somebody I think is going to do very big things, doing very big things, and it's going to continue to be blessed in that aspect. Right. So when did you actually start doing music? When you say you read music, you play drums, where did all this musical talent come from?
My pops is a writer, and he's big in philosophy. And then my brother, he's also a singer. He does it mainly for church, and he's in gospel because he's a pastor. But really, yeah. I mean, growing up being 6 years old, I always tell people this. Listen to Usher, that album, My Way, man. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. You know what I mean?
That's my shit. That's my shit.
Nice and slow, sing all the Usher hits, like when he was in his super heyday, when he was in his rookie year, rookie season.
That real R&B.
That real R&B, so hearing that, and then Cisco, people don't know that, some songs from him in his Drew Hill days, Jodeci, them in their days. And so
you taking me back, man. You taking me back,
keep
right?
Sweating, don't let me go.
You taking me back right there. That's my childhood. Okay,
right.
So you would say your influences come more from an R&B side, not a hip hop side.
Most definitely. I always tell people I'm more of a singer. I'm a singer first before I'm a rapper. I mean, I sing better than I rap, and people love the way I rap. So
okay.
Man.
Okay, that's great. That's great. What about hip hop though? Who are some of your hip hop influences? Because you can't rap, don't get it taken away from you. You can rap and you can sing, and I do agree with you. I love your singing, but you can't rap. So where do your rap influence come from?
Well, I always tell people the top 10. I got a top 10, so the top 10 rappers of all time. But Pac, Tupac. Who didn't like Tupac? Who didn't want to grow up and be like Tupac? Who didn't want to, from his swagger to everything to the way he talking his cadence. I love Pac because he was always it was always deeper than rap for him. Mm-hmm. And that's why out of all the rappers that I listened to, I really admired his more because he wanted to make an impact. Mm-hmm. He was revolutionary. He was a visionist. So, I mean, yeah, Pac really was number one. I love Weezy, Lil Wayne. Bars. That's where I like to learn the bars and metaphors. And Drizzy for being more melodic. Kanye for being sarcastic. The list goes on.
Okay, that's not a bad list. I can't maybe within that order, I would maybe switch it around.
Oh no, I didn't get the order, but
maybe,
you know,
maybe
I didn't.
add an extra person.
You know, because
but
Big up in there, and then Jay-Z, you know, for his entrepreneurship, and you know, they all in there. Nas, you know, he's more soulful.
Okay.
You know, so I mean, I like so Nas and J. Cole to me are kind of like the same. I always considered them the same. He was considered top 3 at the time, and you know, it was Pac, Big, and then him. He was number 3, and then like, even with J. Cole right now, like he just dropped a song where he feels like he's number 3 to the world. You know, it's Drizzy, K. Dot, and then him. So.
Okay. I'm not mad at that list. I'm not mad at that list at all.
Man.
So when did you start dropping music like yourself? Like, what's the first tape? Do you remember your first rhymes?
Yeah.
Or first song?
Yeah, probably when I was 8.
Okay.
I made a gospel song called "To Be a Man."
Okay.
To be a man in God's way.
Yeah.
That was the first song, but. If we're talking about like as far as chasing it on that level, like as far as being on an adult, I was just playing in the car with my chick. It's actually on not SoundCloud, Spotify, all the streaming platforms. It's my first gospel album. It's called Road to Redemption.
Okay.
And so it got dropped probably like 6 years back, but
is it still available for the people to go check out?
Oh yeah, Road to Redemption. Everybody tell me it's a classic. You know, I just sold a lot of hard copies in the street. And everybody telling me like it's a classic because you know they still play those songs to this day. All my gospel fans, they play that to this day.
You know, something else I want to ask you about because you brought up Spotify and everything. How important is it to have your music on these streaming platforms and having your business in order? You know about DistroKid and everything. Like how important is that to have your business in order when you're doing music to you?
It's extremely important. It should be your number one. Above just even making the music. You shouldn't try to consider yourself an artist if you're not willing to do the business side. You got to learn the business side. The business side is the most important side. It's they'll tell you this with the music industry and just doing music. Period. Is 90% of it is business, and the other 10% is just the entertainment. So with that 90%, you gotta always make sure you're on top of your P's and Q's, and you have to adjust to everything in the era. So in every era. So for right now, for us, it's all this streaming stuff. Is they're making it easier actually for us. Like 10 years ago, I was in Walmart parking lots selling my albums, selling that first album I was telling you about.
Yeah. And
so, but now it's like you know you can have it on the internet, and then millions of people, strangers, and all that can just come across your material. You know if they like it. So it's really important. Like, I would consider if anybody that's even starting or doing anything, like once you make your mixtape, get your contract with DistroKid. You know what I mean? It's only like some of them for even the rookie account, it's only $20. So it's not like they're charging us, you know, up the butt just to freaking have these platforms. They're making it easier for us to make it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would take it's the best era to actually make music.
Yeah, to be independent.
To be independent.
That's a bar right there.
Right.
That's definitely a bar because that's information I think a lot of people need to know.
Right.
Because I think a lot of people are still thinking it's kind of hard to make money off of music. But between streams and all these different streaming platforms, like you said, I think it's one of the best times in history to be an independent artist. Right. You know, you don't really need a record label. Right. Unless the independent record label, of course, then you know that would be a little different.
Right. Like Nip said, just use it as a partnership. If you know if a label comes to you, you're hot. Use it as a partnership, a bargaining chip. You know, don't try to sell your whole everything to where you like all your masters and everything belongs to them. Like for me, I own all the masters to all my songs. I own all the masters, even to the songs that I wrote for other people. And like for example, like I said, I have a label, right? The Next Generation. I got artists on my label. Yeah. I own their songs. I just have to release like masters to my homegirl, who's a female artist that's on the label. I just released her masters to her this year, and that's from her not even knowing the business side. So it's like, that's why that stuff is important because you'll have a label like me. You know, it's just the game. You know, like you have my even small labels like mine's coming in and owning your stuff if you're not careful.
Yeah, talk about it. That's very important because I think a lot of artists come in and they pretty much they get owned. You know, and I know it's part of the business, but you know, in my opinion, it seems kind of shady. You know, if you're the main artist, like kind of how Lil Wayne's situation was, where he was getting withheld money, and everybody knows he pretty much held that company down for
forever,
for amount of years. Yeah. So I think that's very important. I appreciate you coming on the podcast because you really got that I'm sorry, doing this interview because you really
Right.
have that game
Man.
that a lot of people need to know.
Man,
And like I
appreciate
said,
it.
I believe you'll definitely go far,
Right.
whatever you're doing.
Right, appreciate it.
Because you have that work ethic. Is there
Right.
any people that you're currently working with, or are you just solely a solo artist, or?
Oh no, how I'm doing it right now, I mean, because TNG is owned by me and a friend of mine. Her name is Shiesty, and people would see her in her videos and her songs. But what I'm doing now is I'm dropping like my last like 2 out. I'm pretty much next year will be my last year as a TNG artist because I'm gonna start my own venture label apart from separated from that, and I'm gonna pass the next generation to literally the next generation.
Okay.
So I'm actually looking for a young 19, 18-year-old cat that can spit or female singer. You know, I'm looking for it all. But specifically, I'm actually working with Chubby's on my album. So I'm working with Chubby. Really, be honest, we're gonna shoot some videos to the material we already kind of got done. So me, him, and even Taz, Freddie P, we got a lot of. They're on my project, so I got to shoot videos with those guys. So it's gonna be crazy. Like 2022, man, it's gonna be crazy because once
Okay.
the album drop, all those songs are hot and the vision's gonna finally come to pass with those videos. And it was like we recorded them songs like 3-4 years ago.
Okay, yeah,
So-
no, most definitely.
Yeah.
You're definitely gonna have to come back, even with those people. I know some of those guys, and maybe
Man.
you guys, since everybody's on the album, maybe you guys come back again
Right.
together, and we could talk about the album and the songs and do a breakdown of that. I just want to know that
Right.
because I know you from being more of a solo artist,
Right.
and having your own songs and things like that.
Of course.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with working with people. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah.
'Cause that's how you get more not influence, but more inspiration.
Right.
You know,
And those guys definitely influence me and inspire me. So
Yeah.
They keep it competitive for sure.
Yeah. It's definitely some musical talent in that building. Intimidating if you're not.
If you're not on your game, man. They keep me on my A game, man.
Yeah. I've definitely been in the studio and was kind of like, okay, I don't want to rap.
Man, have you really going back to the drawing board, man?
Yeah, seriously. But no, that's a beautiful thing. Is there anything that you want to promote right now? Do you have any upcoming albums or anything like that you want to?
I'm glad you said that.
Of course. That's what we're here for. This is what you're here for.
October 8th. October 8th, I'm dropping a fall classic. It's called Better Late Than Ever. It's like a good 11 songs. It's all me on it, so it's like it's all songs by me. The album's pretty much talking about the title's kind of self-explanatory. It's better late than never. It's better to get it right late than to never get it at all. It's better to get this money even if you feel like some people feel like, man, I should be here in life. I should be over here in life. I should be doing this in life. Like, don't ever feel like you too old. You know what I mean? That's the concept of it because they try to set a cutoff age for rapping should be 30 or some stuff. And I'm 29, so it's like, man, for me, I was like, you know what? I'd rather make it late than to never make it at all.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, so that's where that concept's really coming from. And I feel like it's gonna be powerful. The stuff I'm talking about in there, and some of the topics on there. Some of it's family based. Some of it's just throwing gems out there. Some of them was just bars with just none but gems.
Okay.
So I really think it's gonna be inspirational. I think it's gonna really make an impact.
Well, I would like to say this. We know that's not true because some of the biggest artists,
Right.
they didn't blow till past Eminem and
Right.
2 Chainz,
2
Rick
Chainz,
Ross, all these
Rick
people.
Ross, yeah.
Music is not. It does not have an age limit. If you have good music, the people you could be 40 years old.
Right.
People gonna vibe with it.
People gonna rock
it's some
with it.
good music, So we gonna knock that stereotype right out.
Right,
You
man.
know, never give up. That's what I say, and that's what I try to express to people. Never give up.
Man.
So, could you please give the people, unless it's something else you want to touch on, or you want to talk about? This is your time. If
I'm already
If
know.
it's something you want to say, or I know you want to get political, but no.
Nah, we're not gonna get political, man. We're gonna keep it music. All right, but I'm dropping that album, and just 2022 is gonna be crazy. I'm gonna drop a dope R&B album.
Okay.
It's gonna be 20-something songs on it, and it's called For the Love of Tony. People gotta watch out for that.
Oh, that's hard.
It's gonna be dope. It's gonna take off in the spring summer. And Red Print 4, man, is the last Red Print. So I got, if you haven't check out Red Print 1, 2, 3, and then you come to the fourth one. I'm gonna have a lot of songs on there. It's gonna have those features I was telling you about. And it's gonna be brilliant. So in the production for videos and even the promotion, everything's gonna be up a notch. It's gonna be taking it to the next level. So
So and I have 2 questions right before we close out.
yes, sir.
Okay, first question is a 2-part question. Well, it's a 1 question with 2 parts. I'm sorry. First question: if there's any advice that you can give yourself, your younger self, maybe 15, when you start coming of age, what would you give yourself? What advice would you give yourself? And also, where do you see yourself in 10 years? So, first part, what would you tell yourself, your younger self, and then where would you see yourself from now, 10 years later?
Oh yeah. Well, man, I tell myself this all the time. If I can meet 15-year-old me or even 18-year-old me, I tell myself stay focused. Like, stay the course and stay focused. Stay away from distractions. Stay away from people who don't want it for you. You know what I mean? Because like you end up seeing down the line that people just be hating sometimes, and they don't think that they can achieve certain things themselves. So it's like I heard Jay-Z say this, like people will put their fears on you. So it's like I've had people put their fears on me throughout the years with the music, and so it'll be years I'm picking it up and I'm going super hard in it, and then once I get that told to me, it's like it gets brought down and it brings down the work ethic, and that's crazy because I'm a hard worker, right?
Yeah.
And it just shows you where I can really take it. 10 years from now, I just see all this being different and just really being the change in the city. You know, being the change. Everybody's gonna say billionaire and all this other stuff. Of course, I see that. I mean, that's what it's all gonna lead to. Of course, it's gonna lead to the billions of dollars and or million. You know, it's gonna lead to all that. So, I really see myself as really one of the people still here, still on top. It's funny. I was saying that to my chick earlier. Like, I was like, you know what? It's like how Diddy said, can't call me on the phone. You got to call me on the yacht. 10 years from later, we'll still be on top.
Okay. Yeah,
so,
say that then.
10 years from now, I'll still be on top.
Yeah,
that's how I see
that.
myself.
I like that. I like that. That was a very, it wasn't too just, like how you said, some people it's very specific. I'm going to be this, I'm going to be this, but all you just said, I'm gonna be on top.
Yeah, I'm gonna still be on top.
And I love that answer. I can't hit on that answer. So could you please tell the people where they can find you, where they can find your music? I'm gonna put all your links in the description when I drop this video.
Gotcha.
So everybody's gonna be able to click the link and find them and listen to his music. So if you want to tell everybody where they could get at you.
Right. Well, it's easy. I be telling people this when I be mad at people. They try to treat me like a nobody. I'm like, hey, my name is Tone Hart. Google me. If you just Google Tone Hart, TONEHART, like Kevin Hart, I guarantee you all my stuff's gonna pop up from Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music. I'm on everything. I'm on YouTube. Okay. I'm everywhere. So just type in Tone Hart.
So in the description, I'm just gonna put Google Tone Hart.
Yeah, just Google Tone Hart and it's gonna pop up. I promise you.
I'm gonna put your Instagram and stuff. And, I'm gonna get a little more specific for it. You know what I mean? But listen, I definitely want to thank you for coming and blessing the platform. I truly appreciate all the wisdom and all the gems you just dropped. Some things I knew, some things I did not know. So I'm gonna be definitely re-listening to this interview, learning some things.
Man, I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
So I appreciate the time. Like I said, you can be anywhere in the world, but you're right here with Guns and Butter.
Man, Guns and Butter, man. We here, man. We here. We're gonna be on top 10 years from later too. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Speaking to existence. All right, hey, this Willie B. This Tone Hart. Guns and Butter. We out.
Yes, sir.
Boom. Hit that
red button.